Okay, all right, we are live. And so I'm Courtney Vines with Adventure Therapy Travel, and I'm here with Pam Raschella. She's one of our travel agents, and she is um, a guru of Hawaii and Atlantis. She's our resident expert. So we're going to ask her some Atlantis questions today. Um, because I do get people asking about Atlantis, but the funny
Mhm.
thing is, a lot of people don't even know exactly where it's located. So, can you tell us a little bit about
Yeah,
where it's at?
yeah. Atlantis is in Paradise Island, Bahamas. It's very close to Nassau, a very short drive over a bridge. Um, you can either fly there or you can actually even visit it if you're on one of the cruise ships like Disney Cruise Line. As of about a week or so ago, before this last little outbreak, you could go because Atlantis had shut down to day trips, but I
Okay.
think they have now opened back up.
Okay.
But you can also, explore when you're on one of the cruise ships to see if it's someplace that you would like to actually go back and visit for an extended period of time. So
That's a good idea. Kind of try it out on a cruise and then see if you
yeah,
want to go
because you can do a day pass to go to the aqua park,
back.
aqua
Okay.
adventure, and do that, and then go through the hotel and maybe some of the stores and restaurants and see if it's someplace you might want to stay.
Okay. That's a good idea. Is Atlantis all inclusive?
No, it is not all inclusive.
Okay.
There are things that are included with your stay, but it is not all inclusive. There are times that they have dining. I had a client back a few months ago that you could do a dining plan, but I looked before we got on, and there's not a dining plan right now, and I don't know if that's COVID related.
Okay.
And they may bring it back. It could be a little bit like Disney, where you have dining plans at sometimes, and sometimes you don't. So that's something to contact one of the agents about to let them. If you're interested in that, say, hey, let me know when the dining plan comes back up. We would be interested in that. There
Okay.
are 21 restaurants there in Atlantis to pick from. So if you
Oh.
have a picky eater or someone that, there's something for everybody there. So
Do you think that is this like a family friendly place or is it more for
it is.
adults?
No, it's both. It's family friendly and adult too. It just depends. There's so much to do at Atlantis that there's something for everyone. Kids will absolutely love it, especially for Dolphin Cay and the Aqua Park. And then if you want to go on an adult trip, they have a huge casino. They have a great marina. So I mean, you can have some adult time and some family time.
Okay, cool, awesome. Um, so can you explain to us a little bit about the layout of Atlantis? Because, when I've looked at it for clients, it's like there's the reef and there's this, and it's kind
Yes.
of confusing.
Yeah. It's there are several. Let's see. I think there's 6 different places you can stay.
Okay.
Um, and you know what? Some places might not be for you, and some places might be best for you. Everybody, when people think of Atlantis, they think of the iconic and that what you see with the bridge connecting. That's the Royal. So lots of times when people think of Atlantis, that's the only thing that they think of is the big pink, hotel.
Yes.
That specifically is the Royal, and that is right where the Adventure Water Park is at. That's
Okay.
where a lot of your dining is at. That's kind of like the central hub. But
Okay.
too, and then there are different little resorts, off to the Cove. I've had people stay at the Cove, and I've had people stay at the Reef, and they have had families, and they have really enjoyed that. Um, it sometimes it's a little. They all have their own pools and things like that. But if you want to
Okay.
go to the big water park, this is just a walk away, or you can catch a little tram. Either way, um,
Okay.
and they may be less expensive. They may be more economical for what you're wanting to do if you want to
Okay.
stay out. But I really don't think there's a bad place there. You know what I'm saying? They're all
Right.
unique and different and have their own decor. But of course, I think we enjoyed the Royal the most. So
Okay. And is it so it's a bunch of different resorts on this one island, I
yeah,
guess,
on
it
this
sounds
one
like.
island. And if you're into casinos and that, the casino is in between the Royal and the Cove. It kind of connects those two. So if you're
Okay.
wanting to do, some nightlife and things like that, those two places would be your best bet.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. And so I guess if you stay at one of the resorts, are you allowed to visit the other ones while you're
Yes,
there?
you can.
Okay.
Yes, yes, you can.
That would be a good idea, I guess, in case you want to come back and try something different the next time.
Right, exactly.
Okay, cool. Okay, I think I understand it better. It's kind of like all the different theme parks at Disney World, but it's all in one
Ex-
place.
exactly.
um, and you kind of already answered this, Pam, but like, how do you know, like, if a client comes to you and how would you know which one is the best resort for them? Do you just kind of see what they're into, and
Yeah,
then
I'd
is
ask
it pretty
them
easy to
who's
pick?
going, if it's a couple, if it's a family, what their interests are, what
Mhm.
they want out of the vacation, what are their goals. And what kind of food they liked. Try to
Yeah,
situation them closest to those restaurants, especially if you've got kids. You don't want to be traipsing, halfway
yes,
Paradise Island, and what kind of adventures they want to do. If they want to go to the Dolphin Cay, if they want to go to the marine habitat, pools, beaches, what, and try to situate it and put them in the place that's best for them on their budget.
right, right, exactly. Yeah, it's important for our clients to give us a budget because it helps us to
Yeah.
know what we're doing. It can be a little difficult if we don't have a budget to work with.
Well,
Um,
too, and we don't want to waste their time because
exactly,
and give them something that's out of reach. So if they give us
exactly.
the budget, then we can say, okay, here are your choices. You
Yes,
can do this and this, and then if they want to up their budget and do both, then that's great. If not, then we can help them choose what's appropriate for them.
exactly. I've always kind of thought of travel like giving the budget to us. It's kind of like when you give your realtor the budget of what
Budget
you're
for your
looking
house.
for because we're wasting each other's time if we don't give each other if they don't give us the budget and we don't know what they need. So awesome. Okay. So you kind of told us a little bit about some of the activities. You already kind of answered some of this. There's a water park and there's casinos, and there's restaurants.
Mhm.
And I'm sure that I don't know if you can rent cabanas on the beach or anything like that, but
You can. There are different ones. They're not just one. There's different kinds of cabanas
okay.
uh, for different sizes of
Okay.
families. Depends on the amenities you want. Some of them come stocked with drinks. You have a
Okay.
guest attendant. Um, there's some at the pool. There's some on the beach. So it just depends on what your needs are. If you have a need, they have something for it. So they
Okay.
can accommodate your needs. You have a refrigerator, you have a safe, so you can
Okay.
feel comfortable about leaving your belongings in the cabana and going off. Somebody doesn't have to stay there with it. Uh,
Nice.
so yeah, Wi they always have Wi-Fi. They have places for you to charge your phones, and so you
Oh,
don't have to worry about
wow.
a battery pack around with you. So yeah, they have
Would
some.
definitely be worth to rent a cabana while you're there, it sounds like.
Yes.
Is this a good place for people who like golf, like golfers?
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
they have golf availability, so if the mom and the kids want to go to Aqua Adventure and dad wants to play golf, then yes, they will be happy to set you up with tee times.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Oh, that
They'll
was
have
another
wonderful
question.
spa, wonderful spa for
Oh,
mom. So
spa.
yeah,
Okay.
if it's a couple and he wants to play golf, she can go to the spa.
Oh, that's a good idea. I love the spa idea.
Now,
Um,
now we'll tell you there is like a daily resort fee.
okay, I was gonna
Uh,
ask you their
And
fee.
yeah, that would include your aqua park, your Wi-Fi, they give you water bottles. Then they have a dive-in poolside movie that you can go
Oh,
to.
fun.
Um, they have daily access to the digs and marine life exhibits. Then you have your in-room coffee and tea, and then a shuttle that takes
Okay.
you around wherever you want to go, and that is included in that resort fee that
Okay.
you're. And
Is
that's
that
per room. That's not per person, that's per
okay?
room.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does that vary, Pam, by the different resorts? You think it's about the same price,
It
no
it
matter?
it's really close, like, some of them, it's maybe a couple of dollars difference on 2, not a big bunch of. Yeah, I think it runs
Okay.
around 52, and one of them might run 55. So,
Okay. So that kind of opens up. You go into play golf and all that too. Does that, or is that extra? The golf
No,
and
that's extra. That's
the golf and
extra.
the spa would be
Yeah,
extra. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
gotcha.
That's all add-ons. Yeah, and the casino,
Um,
of course, is an now they
yeah,
do
yeah.
have not they do have some nightclubs also. Um, Aura is the adult, and then Crush, they have a teen nightclub that's for teenagers from 13 to 17. And it's
Okay,
like, yeah, and so the
that's neat.
PlayStations and Xboxes and things like that. They have a
Okay.
DJ. And so, yeah, so if you've got teenagers that, don't want to hang with you, then there's something for them to do too.
That's really cool. Okay, so last question. How long of a stay would you suggest for
Mm.
clients that want to experience everything?
Well,
Just
if
like,
you want to, well, you can never stay in the Bahamas too long. So, but if I would be honest, if I would say at least 4 to 5 nights, and then you could do it all. You wouldn't feel rushed. Um,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, so you wouldn't feel rushed. I'd say at least 4 or 5 nights.
Okay.
I would say that if you can go in the middle of the week, it's a little bit cheaper than going on the
Okay.
weekends.
Right.
So if you're, on a budget, then that's something to think about. But, yeah, so
That's really cool. Do the Atlantis packages, do they typically come with the air, or is that something that clients need
you
to buy
can do that.
separate?
You can do air and hotel. You can do that.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I do know I've always heard that flying out, I don't know if Tuesday is really the right magical day, but you hear a lot of times that Tuesday
Yep.
is a good day to fly.
Yeah, and
If
the
you can
airport's
save
not that
money.
far. It's a really short, not very far from the airport at all. So, yeah.
A good deal. Okay, well, I think that's all the questions
Mm.
I had, unless you can think of something that I left off. But you did say they did have dining plans. We're just kind of waiting to see if they come back.
Yeah, I looked before we talked to see what the dining plan is right now, and there's not one available right now.
Okay.
But I know they have had them in the past, so maybe they'll bring them back.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Pam, this has been great. I've learned a lot about Atlantis myself, so I appreciate you taking the time out this morning
Okay.
and letting us ask you some questions. Guys, if you want to book Atlantis or any other destination, contact Pam or myself or anybody at Adventure Therapy Travel, and we would be happy to help you guys get that booked. Okay, y'all have a great day. Bye, Pam.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
evening. Bye bye.
Bye.